With multiple candidates in this race, voters want to know what makes each one unique. We asked how their approach to governing differs from their opponents.
So I think the main difference between my opponents and I is one is I've served the city, and so I understand how city council works. I understand the priorities of the city. I understand how we budget, how we plan. I've engaged with businesses and residents of the city, so I understand their priorities and their expectations for the city. So that experience, I think, is critical. The other is my business experience. Is just I have very deep operational experience, and the mayor's job, priority number one, is making sure the city runs and operates. He or she is the general administrator of the city. And so I think in terms of the mayorship, having that leadership experience at a senior level, I've managed teams, staff, companies. My approach is to hire really good people and then let them do their jobs. And so the city staff at Garden City are incredible. And so they have the capability and skill set to do their jobs, and then they come to the mayor and we discuss things that need to be done for the city. So it's not a micromanagement approach. And then you also have to engage the community and find out what's important to them, and then include that communication into how you run the city and how you give them feedback on how well, because the goal is to improve people's quality of life, and that's our objective.
I believe strongly in servant leadership. That's the way that I've shown up in everything that I've led, whether it's in publicly elected office, chairing initiatives, chairing a number of things, whether it's at the local, state, or even regional levels. And while serving as board chair at CWI, when I first came into that seat, there was a lot of infighting amongst the board. The board didn't get along. There really wasn't trust between the board and the administration. There was a vote of faculty and staff, no vote of confidence against the administration at that time. And I really felt like as a leader, what we had the opportunity to do as a board was to come together and set forth the way that the institution could be working together. And I really pride myself in the collaborative change that we made and the trust that we rebuilt and the way that we were able to influence the culture by the way that we treated each other across the board. And as chair, I'm with fellow publicly elected officials. So being able to bring them together on common ideas was really important. And I think that will be really important in this period of time here in Garden City as well.
There's been a big problem with our government, and the mayor's office is where that hand of the government needs to come in and protect what's going on in family court, which is criminal activity towards children and families. And we have a lot of evidence to that. Right now, Tammy Nicholson's is interviewing all the trauma from that. But mostly I bring a lot of creative ideas, and I want to connect the elderly with the young, and I want to grow our community and have rubber ducky races, and I want to have a parade, a great day parade, which could be a real big revenue for our community. There's a lot of ideas that I have. I want police officers on horses, and we can use the fairgrounds as our community garden area, and also maybe a mini farm in the city for healing for families. There's a lot of things that I have ideas on, and it's all centered around connection is protection. And as a mayor, I want to have students, be with me every day, so that students can help make decisions for our community and hear what's actually going on and help be a part in protecting themselves, because adults in our community are not protecting them. So I want to give the kids skills to protect themselves.